welcome to Man Sports. We're about to do a tour. Let's head in. Okay guys, we're in the lobby of Man Sports. Here we have kind of a lounge. We have the games that we typically bring to events. I know 2020 and 2021 have been a little bit weird years, so we have done a ton of in-person events, but we typically have those so our customers can interact with that, win some cool stuff. We do have a small store inside. This is kind of also a way for us to see how our products look on shelf and show retailers how our products might look on their shelves. I don't know if everybody knows that we're actually doing this, so we're going to sneak attack some of our employees and show you what they do. So here's Alicia. She's fluffing up her hair. I just saw it. Caught her. She does a lot of things. Well, she does most of the customer service type things. So if you interact with her through email or through live chat on the website or anything like that, you're probably talking to her. She also helps with a lot of the operations side of things. So the boring stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
The glue.
So, yeah. So, and then she helps customers that come into the store. So if you ever happen to come in here and want to shop in person, you will be dealing with Alicia. Okay, now we're gonna head over to some of the offices. First up, we got Steve, my business partner.
Give TV cribs.
You know what I'm saying? So this is Steve's office. One of the big things that we wanted to do when we moved into the new facility was have bigger offices with a lot of windows, because the last one felt like jail cells. No windows in pretty much the whole place except for the front. So we wanted to open it up and feel a lot more alive during the workday.
We feel alive now. This is my desk. This is also a DJ booth. So at Fridays at 5 o'clock, we do turntables. I'm mostly known for like my deep house, like some trippy red stuff, but I've gotten into like some alternative rock.
All lies detected. Next we got the sales team. We have Adam and Juliet. This is the sales layer. They hammer the phones here. They help out all the mom and pop shops, retailers, anyone that buys and sells our products. Some international. So if you're a retailer watching this, these are the people to hit up. Okay, so next up we have the conference room. We were very excited about this when we first moved in here, because the last space we actually didn't have a conference room, so we all just would hunker down in somebody's office. It was tight, it was cramped. Now we have a full conference room. We have areas to podcast. We can all meet in here as separate teams and formulate the next big plan for Man Sports. Moving on, we have the break room. Another thing that we really didn't have at the last space, we had kind of a little kitchen area, but not somewhere to sit, relax, have your break, for us to do flavor testing, hang out, watch TV, whatever it might be. So another space that we absolutely needed moving into this spot. Now we'll go over to the marketing area that we call it. We have kind of our featured wall here that a lot of people like taking pictures in front of. The green wall is what we call it, with the Man Sports neon. So if you guys watch us on YouTube or follow us on social media, I'm sure you've seen this a million times. So this is kind of the entrance that the marketing team comes in then. And over here, we have Arthur's office. Arthur handles all of our accounting and finance. And then over here we have the marketing den. We have Eric, who is one of our graphic designers. We have Drew on the other side of the camera. That's our videographer, obviously. So this is where the marketing team lives. If we keep going back here, we have kind of just our room that we do anything and everything content creation related, mostly photos. So if you see a lot of things on social media or product launches or on our website, it most likely originated in there in visual form. Coming back to the last office over here, We have a small office for ingredient related stuff where we're going to be mixing different ingredients together, testing new ones, testing new combinations, trying out new products. And this is really the initial phases happen here for product development, where it's just internally our team trying out these new ingredients, working with manufacturers, working with ingredient providers on new technology, new ingredients, what's next, the next big thing in sports nutrition, and figuring it out here before we go to manufacturing and really work on dialing in those formulas and creating something that's palatable. Okay, next up we will head to my office. Here it is, here's my office. I definitely tried to theme my office a little more than the last one. Like I said, the last one had no windows, felt we were locked inside all day, so I wanted a space where I felt super creative and ready to attack the day every single day that I got here. So kind of a mid-mod vibe with some injections of my personality in here in terms of like motorcycles, art, things like that. Okay, so to give you guys kind of a breakdown on where we're at now versus where we started, we first started in probably a 1,600 or 1,800 square foot facility that was more like an old office space with the walls torn down to create a warehouse. We outgrew that very rapidly, probably within the first year, and then upgraded to our next facility, which was an awesome 10,000 square foot facility with probably 5 or 6 offices maybe, a great setup, but again, we outgrew that in one of our big growth spurts, and we just needed more space. We were cramped, we had employees on top of each other, and we had too much product to actually fit in that facility. So instead of finding other facilities to store our product, we went ahead and built out this office, this warehouse, and it's really cool because not only do we have a much bigger office space that's actually probably 4 times the size of the last one, we have 2 separate warehouses connected. One is temperature controlled, one is normal. We also have a full gym that I'll show you in a bit here. But it's been so cool to see the progress of the company and how we've grown, and how even our facilities have grown with us to reflect where the brand is at now. All right, now it's time to hit the gym. So we actually have a full commercial gym in our warehouse. This is the non-AC side of the warehouse, so non-temperature controlled. In the Texas heat, gets pretty hot in here, has that hardcore feel to it, which is really cool. Tons of cardio equipment, treadmills, ellipticals, bikes. We have the old school Stairmaster. This is the one probably from like the early 90s. I think this is probably the favorite piece of equipment for everybody that works here. There's nothing like a brutal workout on that. As we go through here, we have a bunch of different machines. We have benches. We have a full dumbbell set up to, I think, 150s. Kettlebells, if you're doing more of the CrossFit type workouts. Jacob's ladder. If you guys haven't experienced that, that was one of the hardest workouts you'll ever get in your life. The most exhausting cardio you could do. Literally 1 minute on that feels like 20 minutes on the stairs. Olympic rack, which is super nice. We have the turf area, so if you're doing plyometrics, if you're doing mobility work, it comes in handy. And then obviously more machines. So we kind of got it all here now, which is really nice to have this in our own facility, both for the employees to enjoy and get a workout in during the day, or for us to shoot content. Okay, since we are in a warehouse, not just a gym, this is the non-temperature controlled side. So this is the side that we're gonna store things like bottles, lids, sometimes labels, packaging, cartons, containers, things like that. There's a ton of room out here, and the reason for that right now is that we're switching everything over. We're in the process of relabeling everything and rebranding from yellow to our new cool white look. which is super badass, but now we have a ton of room to grow in this facility. So pumped about that because the last one, we were strapped for space. Okay, so if you guys are local to the Dallas area or you've followed us on Instagram for a number of years, this is the man van. This has become kind of iconic with some of our fans and customers. We've wrapped it a couple times and now it has this kind of old school bomber look with the camo, but that thing is a beast. And just know that if you've ordered product from our website, it's most likely come from our manufacturer in that 1 or 2 times. We actually go to our manufacturers and pick things up in that every once in a while, especially on launches when we need to get it to you guys early rather than having it shipped to us. So this is kind of what we call the motorcycle graveyard. You know, we have a lot of lofty dreams sometimes when it comes to the motorcycles that we have, but they don't always make it to the road in a timely fashion. So heading this way, we are leaving the non-temperature controlled side and heading over to the temperature controlled side where most of the product is stored, especially product that can be manipulated by temperature. So here we have Vince and Josh. They hold it down in the warehouse. Everything is super organized because these guys and you guys get your packages very quickly because they're on top of their game. Right here is where we pack end consumer orders, and it is where you guys have probably seen a lot of our video content created for sales and new product launches. So right here we have where we ship out the merch. We are due for a couple restocks for shirts and for new women's clothing line. Tons of stuff coming out, hats, really cool stuff. So that will all be full in just a matter of time here. And then here we have where we pull for end consumer orders on the span track. Every day this gets restocked. And as you can see, we are transitioning a lot of things from the yellow to the new cool white look right now. So we end the tour on the temperature controlled side of the warehouse. That's a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it gives you guys a little glimpse into the behind the scenes of Man Sports and where your products actually come from and the people behind that.